Namaste and welcome back to today's episode of Mahabharata Matters. In the previous episode, we saw that Arjuna married Subhadra and came back to Indraprastha. Wedding was celebrated in all grandeur. All the Vrishnis went back to their kingdom, but Krishna had stayed back in Indraprastha. One day, Krishna and Arjuna went to the banks of river Yamuna. Nearby, there was a Khāṇḍava-vana. Khāṇḍava-vana was infested with many poisonous animals and wild creatures. Many asuras lived there too. A person who looked like a Brahmin came to Arjuna and Krishna at that time. He said he needed them to help him. When they asked him what help he needed, he revealed that he was Agni. Agni said he wanted to burn down the Khāṇḍava forest for many days. But he was not able to do so because of Indra's rains. Indra's friend Takshaka lived there, so Agni was unable to burn the forest. He asked Krishna and Arjuna to help him. They both agreed. But then they had not got their weapons. At that time, Agni summoned Varuna and asked him to give Arjuna a bow, 2 quivers with never-ending arrows and a chariot too. This was the same bow Khāṇḍava that Arjuna used in the war much later. Agni also gave Sudarshana Chakra to Krishna. Agni also said he was returning the weapon back to its owner because Krishna was none other than Vishnu himself. With the help of Krishna and Arjuna, Agni started burning the Khāṇḍava forest. Takshaka was not in the forest at that time. Takshaka's son Ashvasena somehow escaped the fires. His wife and the family got burnt in the fire. Also, an asura named Mayasura, also escaped the fire because he took refuge in Arjuna. Despite Indra's efforts to stop the fire, with the help of Krishna and Arjuna, he was able to burn down the entire forest. Indra was quite pleased with the valor of his son. He came and said he would bless Arjuna with many astras much later. There is a saying in Sanskrit, Yuddha Kale Shastrabhyasa, which means at the battlefield we start sharpening our weapons. That should not be the case. In real life too, when problems and calamities come, that is not the right time to start preparing for it. We should be prepared for it much ahead of time. For example, if there is a test coming, we cannot study for it in the exam hall. Similarly, one has to anticipate any hard times and prepare for it from the very beginning. Another lesson to learn from the story is that when somebody surrenders, it becomes the prime duty of the person to protect him. When Mayasura took refuge in Arjuna, Arjuna promised to protect him and not kill him. Making mistakes is common, but then when somebody realizes their mistake and asks for forgiveness, it is important to drop all vengeance and move on from that point. It is not smart to carry on the bitter feelings for the rest of our lives. With these thoughts, we come to the end of today's episode. Remember, in this series, we are discussing matters of Mahabharata because even today, Mahabharata matters. Hari Om!